Hey there, and welcome to another quick guide. This one will be in 4 sections, and each one will be time-stamped. And before you say anything, yes, it's a new voice that I decided to give a try. I'd appreciate any feedback on it since most of the regulars should know why I have to use a voiceover. I'm curious to know which one do you prefer, and which one you think sounds better. If you need players to play or do missions with, I've included a link in the description to a Discord that you can check out. Okay, now, with Season 5 reloaded out, we get to unlock weekly urgent missions, and for them, we need certain items. I will cover each different faction and tell you exactly where you need to look for your items. Let's get started. First up, you have the Black Mous Weekly Urgent Mission. Of course, you will need to have the previous stage unlocked, and that is the Daily Urgent Mission. Once you have that done, you will need to extract 12 Scavenger calling cards. Sadly, this will just increase PvP and force players to kill each other and not pick up anyone. Anyway, these calling cards are left by the Scavenger commander who can be found on any map, excluding Koshi and Building 21. Of course, he will only leave a calling card if the dead player's dog tag has not been taken. Also, the Scavenger will only spawn if there are no players in close proximity to the dead player's backpack. I think it's about 150 meters. Finding the Scavenger might be the difficult part. So just go to either Ashika Island or Vondel and either hunt players or wait long enough for others to do it for you. You could also use intel contracts to pinpoint his exact location and look for player bags inside the red circle that will appear. There is no easy way to do this, and you will either have to get lucky or get your hands dirty, kill players, go away from their bodies, and after a bit, come back to find your calling card. I think the Scavenger spawns within a minute, once the coast is clear and the player has left the game, and his dog tag is not taken. You could also cheese this part of the mission by grabbing a secure backpack, grabbing your items, and extracting multiple times on Al Mazrah in order to get progress. Next on the list is the Phalanx Weekly Urgent Mission. Of course, you need to unlock daily missions first in order to unlock Stage 2. If you need those rare medical supplies, try my hidden cache farming runs. I guarantee at least one of these items per run. In order to unlock the weekly missions, you need to find and extract 5 origami horses. I'll be honest, I have never seen these before, or maybe I've never even bothered to remember them, but you need to find 5 in order to unlock your urgent mission. These are considered high-value items, so similar to gold bars and gold skulls, these can spawn in high-value loot areas. I've looked for them in quite a few places, and finding them in hidden caches has been somewhat consistent. But I don't want you to run around and hoping to find one in a stronghold or hidden cache. So grab a bike parking key and go to Vondel. I found 3 in 2 runs right here. And it's not just bike parking. Townhouse apartment, Boyan house, and similar locked buildings all have a fairly decent shot at dropping an origami horse. Depending on your luck, you could try finding one and extracting with a secure backpack multiple times in order to get progress for it fast. For your White Lotus Weekly Urgent Mission, you first need to unlock the dailies for it, and then you can work on Stage 2. In order to unlock Stage 2 and get your weekly missions, you will need to go into Koshi Complex, find and extract jugs of liquid nitrogen. These can only be found inside storage boxes. These boxes have a fixed spawn location, and there's a total of about 40 of these boxes scattered around the complex. The liquid nitrogen is a somewhat rare spawn, but you will almost always find at least one. Usually, these storage boxes are found in the small side rooms of each wing. You can find a lot of these boxes inside the Defense Research Division, so bring a few radiation blockers since they last quite a long time. Each bunker room has at least 1 box, so make sure you check them all. Sadly, this is very random, and there is no guaranteed way to find this, so just use a secure backpack and extract a few times while having at least 1. They did increase the spawn rate for chemicals, so hopefully this means it will be easier to find them. I don't have the exact location for these boxes, but there is at least 7 in every wing, so keep your eyes open. After checking the Defense Research Division, I suggest checking the Alpha Cluster wing, since there are quite a few there as well. Don't forget your car battery and jumper cables to unlock the area and the additional extraction point. Next on the list is Crown's weekly urgent missions. You need to unlock the daily missions for them in order to have this unlocked. For this one, you need to extract heavy chopper fuel. This fuel only has 5 possible spawn locations, and besides the train, none are guaranteed spawns. But don't worry, I'll show you exactly where to go to find these canisters. Since this will be a hot item now, be swift and head for these spawn locations. The guaranteed spawn is inside the 4th wagon of the train that moves clockwise. You can find it here. Next, it's inside the airport hangar. This is the location right here. It's not a guaranteed spawn, so you might have to check it a few times. Next up, you have the Hoffet port. I've always found the chopper fuel here, but keep in mind, it's probably luck-based. Here it is right here. Next up, you have Satik Caves. This one is very easy to spot, but the location where it's hidden is swarming with bots. You can fall from the hole, clear any bots and grab your fuel if it's there. The last location is found inside Rohan Oil. This one, somewhat rare, and I've not seen it too many times. It's found inside this truck, near the train tracks. You can either do this a couple of times or just use a secure backpack in order to complete it fast. Last but not least, you have the Shadow Company weekly urgent missions. In order to complete these, you will need to go building 21 and extract encrypted hard drives. Now, these are very, very common here and can be found pretty much anywhere. I don't have footage of it, but they are mostly found inside computer cases and shelves. So check the 2nd and 3rd floor for these hard drives. It's the most common location for them. And that's basically it. You should have all of these completed and your weekly missions unlocked. Good luck on the grind! And as always, thanks for watching.